In 1992, 7 of comics' hottest artists left their high-profile Marvel jobs to venture into creating their own characters and properties and birthed Image Comics, finding huge success in a marketplace that was exploding thanks to unprecedented sales from fans and collectors. One of those founders, Jim Lee, expanded the small Homage Studios artist group into a full-fledged production studio in La Jolla, California, and WildStorm was born. There have been some great looks back at the early Image days, but what happened after that first wave of million-selling titles for WildStorm? Whether it was creating a full-blown universe of new superheroes, or producing metric tons of trading cards in-house with their talented group of artists, WildStorm was on the cutting edge of content while swiftly becoming fan favorites for young comic readers that were looking for something new and different. Wild Times, an oral history of WildStorm Studios, explores their entire unique history from 1992 through its closing in 2010. And everything is covered, from the early bombastic days of Image Comics, the growth of the powerhouse coloring artists of WildStorm FX, being hired by Marvel to revitalize its underperforming titles, launching huge projects like Gen 13, The Authority, the Cliffhanger and ABC Comics imprints, and the eventual sale of the studio to DC Comics. Thanks to the participation of over 75 studio artists, colorists, editors, production staff, and freelancers, interviews were conducted over a 19-month period, and the hundreds of transcript pages were reviewed and edited together in a chronological oral history format. So what's an oral history? Great question. Rather than reproducing the entirety of each interview person by person in a series, chapter topics are decided, then each interview transcript is carefully reviewed, and the quotes that pertain to that particular topic are pulled out. Then the tricky part starts. All the thematic quotes are then edited together so they create a natural flow going from one interviewee to the next, and it tells the story of what that chapter is all about. It's a ton of work, but it's a very fun and arresting format, as sometimes you'll go from one person discussing a project they remember quite fondly to someone else that thought of it very differently. Learn the secret origin stories of some of comics' most well-known creators and dive deep into WildStorm's publishing history, from their biggest hits to underperforming critical darlings and the relaunches in between that tried to recapture the sales and headlines that put them on the map. And what better way to learn all the great stories throughout the years than through the words of the people who lived them? Since May 2014, I've self-financed the work on this book in between family, life, and day job commitments. It's been quite the journey, to say the least, and the best part is, it's all done. Now I just need to get it printed and out into the world, and that's where I need your help. I'm looking to publish a small print run that will be a 6x9 paperback and approximately 450 pages. Digital options are also available, so take a look and secure your copy today. Please consider helping, and if you like the sound of it, tweet, post, and spread the word as much as you can. The success of all this is really dependent on letting people know about this cool book. All the project links are below, including a sample chapter, so take a look and don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. Thank you very much for your consideration. This is WildStorm.